Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all judges. My name is Siti Arifah binti Bidin and my team member Manisha Fiorentana, Azalina, Esther Christie and R. Haswadi going to present about our moisturizing hand sanitizer with Melaleuca Alternifolia. As everyone knows, COVID-19 has been a life threat to all people around the world. According to World Health Organization, also known as WHO, stated to prevent the virus to spread, we need to maintain social distancing, wash our hands with soap, or using hand sanitizer. According to Cara Rogers, hand sanitizer, also known as hand antiseptic, hand rub or hand wash, is a disinfectant that is applied to the hand to kill common pathogens, which is disease-causing organisms. There are two problem statements for this project. For the first one is, many people trying to make their own hand sanitizer without searching the effect of chemical reaction that will happen and the effect on their skin. Homemade hand sanitizer can be ineffective and there have been reports of skin burns. The particular reason for this circumstance is high percentage of alcohol that contained in the hand sanitizer. This situation will happen if the ingredients in the hand sanitizer does not meet the proper standard of WHO guideline. Other than that, people with sensitive skin such as eczema have difficulty to buy hand sanitizer that's suitable for them, as constant usage of alcohol-based product can be particularly drying. Hand eczema is a common condition involving inflammation of the skin on the hand. It occurs when the skin becomes irritated in response to the trigger such as contact with harsh soaps, raw fruits or vegetables, and chemicals. By that, our study are to help to improve hand sanitizer by adding Melaleuca essential oil and moisturizing agent such as coconut oil, castor oil, and marula oil.
I'm Manisha Fiorentana Cleaning and I'm gonna present about objective. The objective of our study are to prepare a hand sanitizer that contain with predetermined alcohol content, moisturizing agent, and Melaleuca oil. Next is to ensure all the skin types are suitable with our hand sanitizer. After that, I'm gonna talk about scope of project. Firstly, the scope of project is to determine the right amount of marula oil for hand sanitizer. Next, to determine the accurate concentration that approved by WHO guideline. Then, to determine the right amount of castor oil for hand sanitizer. After that, to determine the substance in Melaleuca Alternifolia oil that can help for sensitive skin. Lastly, to determine the right amount of coconut oil for hand sanitizer.
Hi, so my name is Ahaswadi bin Hasibi from the group 3. So I'm presenting for the part of significant of study. So the first significant of our study is the addition of Melaleuca oil in hand sanitizer can soothing people hand that have sensitive skin. So our product have like Melaleuca oil mixed with coconut oil. Then the both mixture will then mix to the 70% of ethanol hand sanitizer. So from that, we create like a hand sanitizer that may overcome user that have a skin problem when using hand sanitizer, because the characterization of our soothing and moisturizing agent that may prevent skin irritation and skin problem to the sensitive skin of user. So the second significant of our study, which is the insertion of moisturizing agents such as coconut oil, castor oil, marula oil in hand sanitizer for moisturize people's hands that have dry skin problem from using regular hand sanitizer, which is like the hand sanitizer that released by certain stores, such as Watsons, that may irritate their skin, that certain users really have problem with their skin. So like sensitive skin, once they're using the hand sanitizer, their skin will occur some problem. So our product may overcome the problem to prevent the skin irritation problem. So for our summary of literature review for marula oil is marula, rich in fatty acids, exhibits moisturizing, hydrating, and occlusive properties, as the oil non-irritating and provides a moisturizing effect with moderate prevention of transepidermal water loss, average moisture retention properties, and novelty occlusive effects. Its inclusion in cosmetic product based on its traditional use may be justified depending on the application, according to Command ETAL in 2015. So for the second summary of our literature review is for the part of castor oil. Castor oil in hand sanitizer really help in moisturize and hydrate the skin because castor oil contains triglycerides. This can help maintain moisture in the skin, making it a useful treatment for a dry skin and have humectant properties, which mean that it can draw moisture from the air into the skin, keeping skin hydrated. After that, for the summary literature of coconut oil, where coconut oil contains moisturizing fatty acids that help hydrate and protect skin. So these include linoleic acid, which is vitamin F, which help skin retain moisture, and lauric acid, which has antibacterial properties. Using coconut oil instead of your regular moisturizer may soften and hydrate your skin, leaving it looking refreshed and soft upon waking. According to Deborah Sullivan, philosophy doctor, in March 16, 2020. So for the last of our summary literature review is for the part of Melaleuca Alternifolia. So for the Melaleuca Alternifolia, because of its known of biological activities, Melaleuca Alternifolia essential oil, or known as tea tree oil, is commonly used as an ingredient in skin care product. And tea tree oil has antimicrobial activity against bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites, all of which can cause the skin disease.
Hello, I'm Esther. I will present about methodology. So these are the materials that we use in lab work. First of all, 70% of concentration of ethanol, hydrogen peroxide 6%, distilled water, marula oil extract, coconut oil extract, castor oil extract, and melaleuca oil extract. Next, so these are our methods that we use in lab work. Firstly, 83 milliliter of ethanol with 70% of the concentration was poured into a beaker. Second, 4 milliliter of hydrogen peroxide, then measured using measuring cylinder and added into the beaker filled with 70% of ethanol. Third, add 7 drops of coconut oil into the bottle and stir well. Last but not least, 5 drops of melaleuca oil are dropped into the formulation and stir well. So this is our methodology.
Coconut oil result. Graph shows the result of which drops of coconut oil in hand sanitizer that dares prefer to moisturize their hand. The participants answer the 7 drops of coconut oil in orange color, 5 drops of coconut oil in red color, and 3 drops of coconut oil in blue color. Out of 53 respondents,
64.2% of respondents vote for 7 drops of coconut oil, 26.4% vote for 5 drops of coconut oil, and 9.4% vote for 3 drops of coconut oil. It is clear in the pie chart that the majority of the participants prefer 7 drops of coconut oil. They noticed that 7 drops of coconut oil give more moisturizing effect, and applying this hand sanitizer content coconut oil can also keep it hydrated. Last but not least, by keeping your hand hydrated can help prefer its function as a barrier to keep out of bacteria, promote the healing of scar, and maintain overall skin integrity.
I'm gonna talk about the result of discussion of castor oil. The pie chart above shows about which one is suitable drops of castor oil in hand sanitizer by the 53 respondents. The blue one was reflected of hand sanitizer that contained 3 drops of castor oil. Next, the red one was represent 5 drops of castor oil in hand sanitizer, and the orange one was deputized of hand sanitizer with 7 drops of castor oil. For the 3 drops of castor oil in hand sanitizer, which was the blue one, the percentage of both. The next one is the red part of chart was hand sanitizer that contained 5 drops of castor oil have been voted for 37.7%. After use it, respondents' hands did feel the moisture effect, but the moisture didn't stay long enough and their hands dried quickly. The orange part was preferred as the most vote, which was 41.5% for hand sanitizer that have 7 drops of castor oil. The respondents have noticed that their hands did feel the moisture effect held for a long period and their hand didn't dry too much.
I'm Esther. I will present about result and discussion for Melaleuca oil. In this work, 53 respondents were involved to the test of Melaleuca oil in hand sanitizer. Based on the data, it shows that 52.8% of respondents were making their choices to choose 5 drops of Melaleuca oil. Meanwhile, 26.4% are choosing 7 drops of Melaleuca oil, and other 20.8% are choosing only 3 drops of Melaleuca oil. From the data, most of these respondents chose 5 drops of Melaleuca oil in alcohol-based hand sanitizer because they feel that 5 drops are enough to make their hand moist rather than 3 drops and 7 drops of Melaleuca oil.
So, from this survey, we can see clearly where 5 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil are chosen by our respondent from Polytechnic Kuching Sarawak student. So, referring to the pie chart, there were 9 respondents preferred the 3 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil. For the 5 drops of tea tree oil, there were 89 respondents among 100 respondents choose for these drops, where most of them are showing a satisfying reaction after use it. After that, for the 7 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil, there were 7 respondents out of 100 respondents prefer for this formulation. So the formulation tested by respondent are labeled as 3 drops of Melaleuca oil, 5 drops of Melaleuca oil, and 7 drops of Melaleuca oil, where 3 drops of Melaleuca oil contain less soothing effect, 5 drops of Melaleuca oil contain an average soothing effect, and 7 drops of Melaleuca oil possess the strong smell of Melaleuca oil and soothing effect that offer for the customer satisfaction. Among the 3 drops, which is 3 drops of, for referring to the pie chart, so for the blue side, which is 3 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil, So there is 8% of respondents that prefer for these drops among the 3 samples that we provide, which is 3 drops of Melaleuca oil, 5 drops of Melaleuca oil, and 7 drops of Melaleuca oil. So for the biggest side of pie charts, which is 5 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil, there are 83% out of 100% choosing for the 5 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil because of it, and because of its average feeling of the soothing effect after customer use our formulation. So for the gray side, which is 7 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil, contains 7% respondent that choosing for these drops. So as you can see, 5 drops is more chosen by the student polytechnic. Shows their interest to the 5 drops of Melaleuca tea tree oil.
Cost of comparisons. In project 1, we use ethanol and the price is 36 ringgit 30 cents. Melaleuca oil 32 ringgit 48 cents. Hydrogen peroxide 7 ringgit 80 cents, and the total of the material is 70 ringgit 58 cents. In project 2, we use 15 ml of Melaleuca oil and the price is 32 ringgit 48 cents. 15 ml of castor oil and the price is 15 ringgit 4 cents, and 100 ml coconut oil and the price is 15 ringgit. 30 ml of marula oil and the price is 27.77 cents, and the total of the material is 90 ringgit 29 cents. In conclusion, hand sanitizer is very useful for us, especially during this pandemic. So basically, we make our own hand sanitizer according to WHO recommended as another alternative way to prevent us from virus COVID-19, which we provide our hand sanitizer with moisturizing agent. That's all. Thank you.
So here is our reference that we retrieved for our guideline using to make our slides. So this is our team member picture that execute our project from the started to the end of our project. So that's all from our group. Thank you so much.